Microsoft brought Mona Lisa back, and now she raps. Welcome back to Deaton Street. I'm Zach. He's Dustin. Today, we're going to talk about Microsoft's new AI model, VASA-1. VASA-1? I'm not sure. One of the two. Before we get into that, though, if you would please consider liking and subscribing, it helps us out a lot with the algorithm. This past weekend, we hit 100 subs. Wouldn't be possible without all of you. We really appreciate that. So if you don't mind, like and subscribe. Dustin, what the heck's up? Why are we talking about Mona Lisa? What is VASA-1, VASA-1? Where do we find it? Give us all the teats.
So Microsoft has been apparently cooking in the background with all the AI stuff, right? The VASA, I don't know how to pronounce it. Neither of us do. It's VASA-1.
It's in the title.
Yeah, it's there. Basically, what they've done is they've made a model that you can submit a single image and an audio clip from, let's say, I take a screenshot of Zach here, and I take a sound bite of Zach off of Deaton Street, and then I plug it into VASA-1, and it will animate his face and then use his voice, and I can tell it to say whatever I want it to say. I can also take my voice and put it over Zach's picture and have it talk like that. And the reason why I say that is because on Microsoft's website, and we'll link it down in the description, they have a few examples of the Mona Lisa rapping. It was weird.
We'll show you here. We'll put it in right here as much as we can.
Yeah.
I'm a paparazzi. I don't play no Yahtzee. I go pop, 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 pop.
So now that you had to suffer through that, it's a weird piece of new AI tech that's kind of here at this point. It's another level of deepfake is what it is.
And so Microsoft has said, there's a few things here. Microsoft isn't releasing this. It's not even in like any type of beta, like Sora is in like kind of a beta where they're like giving it to creators. Microsoft's not giving this out right now, and they have no plans to open it up to anyone until they can assure that it's going to be used responsibly, because they understand that there's obviously a ton of room for abuse in this. Like you can take anyone's picture with any audio, put it together, and I mean, as you can see with the Mona Lisa, and we can drop in another one in a second.
So, sometimes nothing happens, and sometimes everything happens all at once, and you just gotta deal with it.
It's really good. It looks very accurate, and I think a lot of the AI deepfake stuff that's out right now, a keen eye can tell that it's a deepfake. We're getting to the territory with this where even a keen eye is going to have, it's going to take a little, an extra second, an extra look to identify this as a fake.
Yeah. I noticed there was a couple that are on their examples. The first two, in particular, were very well done. What I noticed as the inconsistencies are like how you can tell that it's AI is one, the eyes don't really move. They're straight on the whole time. And around the mouth.
The first thing we need to look at is the letter H, so the sound at the beginning.
The teeth are obviously fabricated. If you're smiling and you're not showing teeth, the inside of the mouth is going to be fabricated at that point. So it might not move how it would normally move, kind of thing, but it's pretty close.
Yeah. I'll have to rewatch it, and I'm sure we can drop that one here.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been playing the game for like 5 seconds. Dude's already mocking me. Will you put that stupid newspaper away?
Seeing that, I still think it's a lot better than deepfakes that we've seen so far.
Oh,
and I
absolutely.
know that Microsoft has said, we're not going to release it, which is great. That is what I would expect a large company to do, to try
Yeah.
to be as responsible, well, not as responsible as they could, but responsible enough to avoid the really crazy backlash.
Yeah.
The thing that concerns me is that Microsoft is not the only company that's going to come out with this technology.
No.
And I think that's like the concern with AI in general, is that as we progress, we're showing what's possible, and we have gatekeepers that are rightfully keeping them back from the general public, right?
Yeah.
But eventually somebody else who doesn't care, doesn't have the same ethical standard that the open AIs, the Microsofts, the Apples, when they release their stuff, they're going to release it in the world. And then it's going to be really hard on social media to figure out what's real and not real. I mean, even harder than it is right now.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's tough right now. It's in a world where everyone wants to post to social media the better portion of their day or selfie or whatever. Like you never
Beliefs,
see
ideas.
Yeah. You never see the bad on social
Yeah.
media unless
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like from the news. Like I'm not going to post like a picture of me laying down outside in the gutter or something, like,
Right, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to look good. So like, yeah, they're going to, I feel like people are going to abuse it once it gets to that level.
I think
but
there will be some funny stuff too. Like, I was just thinking, like, the ways that I might use this on social media to like show that my life is really great. What if I just showed, popped a picture in there, popped some audio in there, and just showed me doing like like an acceptance speech at the Emmys, like it's just like you can just like start kind
Yeah.
of populating. Here's me accepting my Grammy last year.
Oh gosh, it'd be like an extreme over embellishment of like, oh guys, I just wrote a song, and then like the actual thing is like, poof, got my Grammy,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, here's me making fun of Will Smith's wife.
Yeah. Oh god, that'd be good.
Because there's that video. I don't know if you've seen the video going around. It's some artist, and I'm showing how old I am right now. It's some artist coming on stage, but they're replacing the artist with just different people.
Oh gosh, I haven't seen
I'll have
it.
to send it to you. But it's very obviously fake. It's very obviously an AI replication. But eventually, it's going to look good. And the VASA model, I think, is an example of moving to that territory where we're not going to know.
I mean, look, you pair VASA with Sora, that's a pretty dangerous duo right there.
Yeah.
Sora's already extremely capable. You put VASA with it with your facial stuff. It could be dangerous. It could be very powerful.
OpenAI has already talked about that they have the ability to go through and identify videos as being made by AI, especially their own videos in Sora. I think that there's going to be a market as this other AI stuff hits there's going to be a market for Chrome extensions, open almost like a subscription service where it's going to pop up and say AI generated on stuff.
Yeah, you'd almost have like an auto watermark or whatever.
Yeah, it could be that the social media companies implement something like that, or it's a service that you pay for and automatically goes through and scrubs and lets you know what's been replicated and not.
I think YouTube might have something along those lines currently, but I think it's more along the lines of you have to check the box that this is AI rather than it be a watermarked or whatever.
Yeah. I think that there's going to, because look, we're going to age, my great grandmother and my grandmother, they're not as great at figuring out what is real and fake on the internet. But that's going to happen to us too, right? In 30, 40 years, if there is an internet in the sense that there is now, we're going to be like, I'm pretty sure I just saw Dustin flying around.
What's funny
Dustin's
is
gained the ability to fly. He has some wings now. Yeah.
What's funny is like way back whenever I was doing the snow cone trailer commercials, this was like 2017. I did it to where I was in the window taking my own order in the car,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
My pawpaw watched it and was like, "How are you in two places at the same time?" I was
Yeah.
like, "Movie magic, pawpaw. That's what
That's
it
old
is."
tech. That's just
Oh,
stitching
yeah.
together two.
That's all it is. It's just cuts, man. Like,
Yeah.
imagine what AI is going to make them freak out about.
Yeah. It gets me too, man. I mean, every now and then I get got on Twitter,
Yeah.
or I'm sorry, on X. So I do think there's going to be a market for that, especially with stuff like VASA. One of the other things that we talked about earlier that there might be a market for is, movie productions. This is exactly, if
Yeah.
if actors have passed away, that type of thing. This is,
I mean, why wouldn't you want to put Stan Lee in more Marvel movies?
I think you
They
shouldn't,
can't physically be there. I definitely don't think they should at all.
but I think that's the direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
This type of technology is probably Hollywood's going to use it first. And
I mean, they probably need a Princess Leia. She really hasn't died in the universe yet, kind of thing,
man, I hate
So it's
that.
like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole nother video too that we could get into, because I have a lot of thoughts. It might be controversial thoughts. We might get killed in the comments again, but what's new?
yeah, right.
But I really think that a lot of art is getting kind of watered down with the ability to kind of work around like the actual actors passing away, or the actual, the creators not working on it anymore because they passed away. It's like we're just kind of using not AI in that sense. It was all green, or whatchamacallit.
It was like deepfake stuff.
Yeah, the deepfake stuff. Yeah, I guess it was kind of AI, but
yeah,
that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. Any final thoughts on Microsoft VASA-1?
I mean, not really. I think it could be a pretty powerful, piece of AI. I do like the fact that they are not releasing it quite yet, and they're trying to make sure that things are lined out. That's how it should be done. Take the hint, OpenAI and everyone else that's trying to like pump stuff out for the community, so that it is safe, or to a degree,
safe as it can be, right?
As it can be, or at least they're trying. It's the thought that counts, I guess. I don't know.
Well, let us know what you think in the comments below. Does this technology scare you? Is it just, the inevitability of AI coming into fruition? What the heck is up with them making Mona Lisa do that?
That's so stupid.
Let us know. And if you have any ideas for topics for us to cover next week, let us know in the comments. Shoot us a message. Our email, I think, is in the channel. So if you have any ideas there, let us know. But until then, peace.
See ya.